that actually makes me understand, that brings me to an understanding how this could be possible. How this phrase, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth, will become the key to the transformation of man. For through God's dispensation, the Christ overself body will be quickened into direct work with the physical body. So that's what it does. It quickens the Christ overself body into harmony, into a working connection with the physical body. Here, behind me, is the sacred name of God. It's the Yud-Heh Vav-Heh, which is pronounced Adonai. So, I'm going to chant it. Tell me, or see, if the light geometries, the flame geometries of these thought projections, of these living symbols, thoughts of God, see if you could feel the power of creation in them. As it says, these light geometries have eternal endurance in the sound and in the form. See if you could feel the eternal endurance that creates worlds. See if you could feel the essence here that is the key to the transformation of man, that anchors the Christ overself body with the physical body. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzavaoth, Meloko haaretz kodosh. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzavaoth, Meloko haaretz kodosh. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sabaoth, Malo Kol Haaretz Kvodo. Well, I can connect with an eternal idea, an idea that creates perhaps worlds and heals people, bodies, worlds. I can feel something like that. And, whoa, it says here, it is the central vibration, coordinating all other vibrations with the spiritual vehicle of man. Whoa. In other words, the Christ overself body. The key to the transformation of man. I'd like to discuss this idea, how those sounds and these letters here could actually be the key to the transformation of man. If you look at this word, which is written vertically here, sometimes it is, but only for special effect. Well, it's appropriate to have it vertical because it's valid vertical, but if you were to read it in the Torah or in ancient Hebrew script, it would be read like all Hebrew, which is from the right to the left. But you notice that every one of these letters has a downward inclination, sort of. It's ascending of a wave down. The first letter is Yud. Yud is the 10th letter, and it's a 1, because 10 is, in numerology, 1 and 0 is 1. It's that spark, that atom, that singularity that creates, from which comes all things, from which comes the Big Bang. And you could feel the power. If you look at that Yud, you could sort of feel great power. Great power in a point, or it's sort of like a circle with an inclination going down very much, or in a sun, a point or a sun, or the universe. The great physicist Nassim Haramein, whose 8-hour unified field explanation is available on the website Nibiru.org, Niburu.nl. It's Dutch. Anyway, there's this Nibiru.nl, and best is to just Google Nassim Haramein, spelled Nassim Haramein. He's wonderful. He's, if I say physicist, he is a physicist, and many people, including me, believe he's the Einstein of our day. But that might intimidate people, a physicist, but he's funny, and he explains things really simply, and he's also an expert on the ancient civilizations and the ancient cultures and what they were really about and how they really understood the deepest laws of the universe, the fractal nature of the universe, of all universes. And they knew about this. So I recommend that. This word here, that Yod, it's the singularity, but it's also a black hole. Because as Nassim demonstrates, that at the essence of every atom, every subatomic particle, planet, sun, galactic center is a black hole. So what is a black hole? As I understand it, it's like this collapsing vortex based on the geometry connected to it is connected with tetrahedrons or like pyramids, and it contracts into itself, and there are ways and there are civilizations that could actually travel through black holes. For instance, the black hole at the center of the galaxy, or at the center of the sun. The stars are black holes. the cells, the atoms, just about all things, since it's a fractal universe, are based on the same laws. All things. So, it's infinitely going in. You can infinitely go into smaller worlds that are based on black holes, that may have biological resolutions, like we are in the biological resolution of the black hole of our universe. Our universe is a black hole. And everything around us that we see is the biological expression or resolution or frequency within that black hole. But, for instance, within the physical heart, there's an actual cavity that they've measured, and this cavity has tremendous electromagnetic energy that radiates in a very strong field, at least 8 feet from our body. And when we die, and this is the strongest by far, the strongest electromagnetic field in our body, it's between the ventricles, this cavity. And when we die, there's been a mystery why the body suddenly loses weight. Well, it's because of the gravitational effect of the black hole in the center of this cavity in between the ventricles of our physical heart. So we are also black holes, and our chakras are black holes, and the key black hole, the central black hole in our four-system body, is the one in this cavity at the center of our heart. So, but a black hole, like for instance, theoretically, I could go through that black hole into another universe with another biological resolution, maybe with another aspect of Eliyahu, who's got his own singularity. It's a radiating singularity and an ingoing vortex of the black hole at the same time. All black holes are radiatory systems as well. They radiate in spheres. And so, theoretically, I could go, if I was maybe shamanic enough, I could find the aspect of the Eliyahu in the world, in the earth, within the black hole in my heart, and then he's got a black hole in his heart, and there are universes within the black hole of his heart. It never ends. This is going smaller and smaller and smaller. It's fractal. It's a hologram. The whole idea of a hologram is that every tiny part contains the whole. The black hole of our universe contains infinite black holes going smaller and of infinite universes going smaller and smaller and smaller. And this black hole of our universe is part of larger universes going on forever and ever and ever. There's it's a fractal. The same laws that we see in nature, in our biological resolution, repeat themselves in the level of the extremely small and the extremely large. It's connected to a series of numbers called the Fibonacci scale, but if you want to understand all of this stuff, then by far the best way I could recommend is to watch the film on the unified field, Nassim Haramein unified field, to Google that. So, anyway, going back to the Yud-Hey Vav-Hey, this is a map of creation. The Yud-Hey Vav-Hey is a map of creation. There's the point, the singularity, which is also a black hole, which also radiates infinitely out in spheres.